Alright, now these tips are going to be primarily focused at single editing, so you can spam edit and make things go invisible, or you can edit like this, so you can edit just fast overall in general, and it will speed you up and make you look insane. So the first thing I have to say for you guys, if you go into your settings, is make sure that when you're in your settings, have this thing on called confirm edit on release. Now what this is, if you look at my control here in the face cam, what this is going to mean is when you go to edit, you go ahead and hit your edit button, for example, this is left stick, and then I select it with my trigger. Then after that, I then have to click B on the back or whatever it is for you to confirm it, to then actually confirm the build. Now with the obviously edit on release, if I go ahead and edit, I can just hit the trigger and it instantly edits, which means that I have to click one less button on my controller. Now this instantly just doubles your editing speed because you actually have to click one less button, so it'll actually speed it up. But the tip to actually get around this, what some people actually struggle with, is as you can see here, sometimes if you're spamming, it's not too fast and you bug out a little bit. So what I actually have to suggest to you guys, the confirm edit on release, but you can't edit, the best way to get around this is by actually clicking the original confirm button that you do not have to use anymore. This adds as a spacer in between your edits, giving you a little bit of input delay that actually allows Fortnite to keep up with how fast you're editing. Because if you look at my controller here, if I'm just spamming it like this as fast as I can, Fortnite can't keep up with how fast I'm going. So if you click the button in between, by clicking the B button on the back, giving me a bit of that input delay time, making me able to edit way faster than ever before. So that's the first tip, but let's move on to the next one. Now, a lot of console players actually struggle with this, and now this is called input delay on console. Now, input delay is when you move your controller, you move it left to right, for example. It's the time it takes to actually move it on the screen and the response time. Now, how this is actually going to affect your game is that when you hit your edit button and then you hit confirm, if you do that before the actual input delay happens on your console, then you don't end up editing it and it actually screws you over. But how you can actually remove this edit delay is very simple. The first thing you can do if you're on console, the only thing you can really do majorly is by turning off these replays. Now, by turning this off, what it actually does is that your console records your game while you play. Now by turning this off, it just frees up more space to go to your FPS rather than recording, and it just gives you way better input delay. Like, my game just feels so smooth right now, and as you can see by the editing speed, it's ridiculous. Now of course, you didn't just come onto this video to learn how to do single edits, you want to know how to edit faster overall. So the best way you can actually do this is by going over to your settings, and now no controller settings video will actually make your edits into a beast. However, what I can tell you, the one single setting that does turn you into a beast and will change you is controller dead zone. Now the move stick dead zone doesn't really matter, and you can have that on whatever. This is just the button that helps you move around. However, the actual look stick dead zone, this is your one that you look around with, is the most important, and you want to have this as low as possible on 5%, or as low as you can have it without getting stick. Now what this is going to do for you is that when you move the stick, as soon as you move it, you can see my character screen moves. Whereas if I turn my dead zone up, then as you can see here, I can move my controller and it doesn't even move yet, and I have to get all the way out here before it even starts to turn, as you can see. Keeping your look stick dead zone down as far as you can, what this is going to allow you to do is make way finer judgments and movements and have way more precision when it comes to your edits, making sure that you get that clean edit off every single time. Alright, so these are the last two tips on today's video that are going to help you increase your editing speed dramatically, but all the other ones in the video definitely apply, so make sure you do them first. But these last ones here, what you need to do is come over to your controller binds. Now what this is going to be is, what I want you guys to do is set up, for example, B as your edit or circle as your edit, and I want you to set up Y as your select button. If you come over here to edit, you can see Y is my select button, and triangle if you're on PS4. Now I want you guys to do that, and I also want you guys to combine it here. As you can see, my right on D-pad says switch mode / edit. Now what this means is it actually is a random button that is binded to something else that you'll never even use, but for some reason the Fortnite pros have worked out that this actually removes your input delay, and if you add this button here, all this is going to do is actually remove your input delay and allow you to edit faster. Now if you combine this with the tip that I gave earlier, which is to actually have confirm edit on release on, in theory to edit something, all you need to do is hit B and Y. Now you can actually go ahead and actually hit these two buttons as they're so close to each other. For example, circle and triangle, they're exact same, they're very close, and now you're actually a thumb's distance. So what this means you can do is click these two buttons at the same time, and it'll actually edit the ramp for you, or the floor, or whatever. Now what this means is you can actually go ahead and have your thumb over both of them and just spam these two buttons, and you'll edit faster than a macro. As you can see here, my pickaxe is glitching out, and this is insanely broken. Now of course, no one wants to hold their controller like this the whole match. However, it can get really comfy. For example, people that play claw, for example, you can even do it while playing claw, for example. So if you can't, then don't worry, you can just play claw and you can easily edit like this. Now I didn't want this tip video to be too long, so make sure to subscribe if you would like to see more of these in future, and always learn how to improve on Fortnite console. Anyways guys, make sure to subscribe, like, drop a like, everything like that. Remember our like goal of 1,500 likes, guys. I know we can do it. And also make sure to follow my Twitter in the description down below. I'd appreciate that a lot. Also make sure to use my creator code hashtag add WHOODS in the item shop. I'd appreciate that a lot. But other than that, guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.